Thanks for waking up with us on this Friday. I'm Kelly George.
And I'm Jason Dollar.
Beaver Lake officials say that most people wouldn't be able to tell the difference between an expensive bottled water and good old Beaver Lake water, so we decided to put it to a test. Marshall just isn't energy efficient at work, he's also energy efficient at home. His next big project to take this insulation and put it on the back of this sheetrock attic door.
Here's the catch. There's no current regulation that says tow companies have to charge a certain price or that they can't change their price at any time. But that's all about to change. And a teenage mother taken to a Bentonville hospital could face second-degree murder charges. Police say she gave birth Friday in Barry County, Missouri, and was about 32 weeks pregnant at the time. We're talking about meditation and whether nurturing that mind-body connection plays any significant role in battling cancer. For more, we turn to NBC's Gina Kim. So why Sweden? Well, they're the most environmentally friendly country in the world. Compare that to the U.S. at number 66. They've already established green technologies they know work, and also coming to Northwest Arkansas means lower operating expenses along with a high standard of living. Well, lucky for us, Gustav has cleared out of our area, but residents along the East Coast are now preparing for the tropical storm season to hit them with full force.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get a good deal on a cruise right about now.
Yeah. No. Monday, sorry to break it to you.
I know, yeah.
Kelly, Tom, Jason here, and I have to say, on Friday, Tom and I ran into each other getting our hair done at the beauty salon together. And Tom was getting a pedicure and I was getting my hair cut and got some new bangs. And the minute I walk in, Nichelle, our producer who's filling in this week, said I looked like this guy you might recognize here.
By the power of Grayskull, or how's it go?
I have the power.
I thought that was pretty mean.
It's He-Man, by the way.
Yeah.
You look nothing like He-Man, Kelly.
He's giving Kelly a little wink
What about
there.
this?
Yeah, look at She-Ra.
Do I look better
She-Ra,
now?
maybe.
There you
She-Ra.
go. Well, this morning we expect to hear about some major changes to the U.S. auto industry. President Obama this morning unveils additional restructuring plans for GM and Chrysler. We were just talking about that cold weather we got on Saturday. Well, despite all that, more than 250 people took to an outdoor stroll, all in the name of a good cause. A University of Arkansas group called Students Supporting Multiple Sclerosis Research hosted the MS Walk. The walkers started at the Chi Omega Greek Theater on the U of A campus, then they marched throughout Fayetteville in hopes of bringing awareness to the cause.
Today is a good day because lots of people came out even though the weather's miserable and nobody's complaining and everybody's having fun.
Group organizers say it's the first multiple sclerosis walk ever to be held on a college campus. The Fayetteville Animal Shelter hopes to help homeless cats and dogs find new homes. Sunday afternoon, volunteers from the group took some of their furry friends to the Boys and Girls Club to meet kids and families from the center. Volunteers say it's a great way to pair animals with new families.
We try to get out as often as possible, and we advertise for the Fayetteville Animal Shelter. You'd be surprised how many people still don't understand we have an animal shelter in Fayetteville. So it's it's advertising for the dogs and for the shelter.
An important note there, these rescued dogs will be up for adoption from the Fayetteville Animal Shelter starting April 8th.
In and by contract software, where Arkansas's jobless rate is now at 6.6%, which isn't good, but it's still a whole lot better than other parts of the country.
Yeah, that's right. When you look at Michigan, they actually have a 12% unemployment rate, and the national average is still higher than us, 8.1%. That means the natural state is doing pretty well comparatively. KNWA's Lane Baker has the story. And it's official, teens won't be able to tan without an adult's permission. Governor Mike Beebe signed into law a measure that means a guardian must sign on the dotted line before kids under 18 can tan. The responsible adult has to sign the paperwork in front of the tanning operator. The documents must explain the dangers of UV rays and skin cancer. Well, Fayetteville Police Chief Greg Tabor has asked the City Council to apply for a government grant because he needs more officers. Tabor wants the money to hire 3 patrol officers and 2 school resource officers. The addition would help cut down on response time.
You know, the reason for this is because since 2006 we haven't added any additional officers. In fact, in 07 and 08 we cut positions, so we actually have less officers now than we did in 2006.
The City Council plans to discuss this idea next week. And speaking of keeping your kids safe, it's never too early to talk to your child about the dangers of alcohol in Benton County. A new survey shows it's kind of disturbing. Most kids try alcohol for the first time by the age of 12.
Hard to believe.
Arkansas Highway 59 canoe rental and trailer park looks more like a lake after the banks of the Illinois River ran over, causing serious flooding and swamping 14 homes.
How much time do you think it's going to take to kind of repair the damage that's been done here?
Don't even know all of it yet.
Neighbors moved cars to the side of the highway to avoid flooding. This woman was so distracted by the high waters, she crashed into one of the parked cars, sending both vehicles into a ditch.
I was looking over at the river and I was like, wow, that is really high. And when I looked back at the road, I don't know if I hydroplaned or what, but I started to spin and I spun around and I hit this vehicle here and hit it down into the water.
Just the other day, this area where we're standing here was about a foot higher deep in water, and owner Bill Underwood says that this is the worst that he's seen the flooding in this area in the last 15 years. Now, despite all the devastation and damage you see behind me here, residents are maintaining good spirits. The let-up of rain is helping, although a few days of drying may not be enough of a break, with more rain on the way this weekend.
It's time.
Time, yep. A lot of time. No more rain.
Yeah, no more rain.
Reporting in Siloam Springs, Kelly George, KNWA, Northwest Arkansas News. A flight from San Antonio to Rogers comes to an abrupt end this afternoon as a single-engine plane behind me crash lands in a field in Pea Ridge.
We heard an emergency call, and next thing we know, a guy at the airport walked up to us and told us that the plane that was coming in had went down in the field in Pea Ridge.
This news as Matthew Peak and his wife wait at the Rogers airport for the plane they purchased to meet up with them. But before learning the condition of their new purchase, the local couple were worried about the pilot.
We were hoping the girl that was okay.
The woman flying the four-seater plane was lucky, officials say. She was able to maneuver the plane around low-hanging power lines. The plane then clipped these trees, slid on its belly over this barbed wire fence, and finally came to an abrupt stop. The good news, no one was seriously hurt.
Had one occupant, the pilot, female, was still inside, was alert and oriented. Paramedics removed her from the cockpit and has transported her since to one of the area hospitals.
The fate of the plane is a different story.
I'm not really sure that I'm real interested in the plane anymore.
Officials on the scene say the FAA will be here within the next couple days to determine the official cause of the crash. Reporting in Pea Ridge, Kelly George, KNWA, Northwest Arkansas News.